Hey everyone, it's Ben Greenwood here, and today I'm just going to explain to you about my yoga teacher training course. So let's get started. The 200-hour yoga teacher training course, it's a course run by myself, Ben Greenwood, and I have a few other teachers that step in here and there to, run a couple modules. But basically, the course, it's a Hatha and Vinyasa flow yoga course. So what does that mean? Means that you learn Hatha yoga, which is sort of the broad term for yoga generally. So, you can learn how to run like a beginner's class or an intermediate or an advanced class. And then Vinyasa is sort of a flow style. So that's sort of the most common type of yoga that you get. And that's where we merge from one pose to the next. So Vinyasa means emergence of movement and breath. So you will learn both those styles, and that really gives you a broad understanding of yoga generally. And then when you finish the course, once you meet that criteria, you have the freedom to sort of, build on that within your own style and teach your own thing. So what do you learn? You learn quite a lot, and I'll leave a link down below for the full information of what the course is, because it's pretty much a 200-hour course. It's hard to summarize, but basically we cover off on yoga anatomy and physiology, techniques, teaching and practice, business of yoga and ethics, and then also yoga philosophy and history. So basically we learn and you practice, a lot of yoga throughout the course, and then that gives you the skills and techniques to have a strong self-practice, and then you learn how to teach yoga. So we break up the course into sort of 3 sections. So the first part you learn Hatha yoga, and you'll be required to teach a Hatha yoga class to the group. Once that is completed, then you will be required to teach a Vinyasa flow class. The Vinyasa is a bit faster, and it sort of takes the skills from Hatha and it applies it to the next level. And then the third style is your own style. So once you build those foundations, then you have the freedom to sort of, teach your own way a little bit within the boundaries of, how to run a good class. So that's sort of the style and the technique. And then once you've taught that as well, you would already have that base knowledge of anatomy, the physiology, techniques of like how to run a class. So, what to do when you're at the front of class, how to start a class, how to end a class, how to sequence a class. So it's quite a lot to it, but basically you're going to learn, how to walk into a room, run a yoga class, and then, close that off and provide a good service and experience that people want to come back to. From there, we also have lectures and seminars. So we sort of spend a lot of time doing the practice, but more time doing the theory. So the theory includes the yoga anatomy. So you get this textbook down here, yoga anatomy, and we basically study that, and then that comes useful for when we do our exams. So with the yoga anatomy, we learn everything, the skeletal system, the muscular system, and then we go a bit deeper into sort of the endocrine system. So that affects our psychology. So when we're doing a meditation, how does that relax the body? And then the digestive system. So why are some poses good to do at certain times? Why shouldn't you eat before yoga? Everything like that and in between. In the course also you will get a Hatha yoga textbook, so you'll get this one here, and that pretty much covers everything to do with philosophy. So we're looking at bandhas, chakras, how do they work within the yoga system, and it goes a bit more into sort of the philosophy, spiritual side of yoga, so it's quite important to get our heads around that. So we will be doing, you will get this book as part of the course, and we have study and lectures on this one as well, so Hatha yoga. And also with the course as well, you will get a course manual. So Yoga Theory 200-hour teacher training course manual. So with that, we cover off on, pretty much everything you need to know, and it is really invaluable information. So basically as well, through the course manual, you'll have like required readings, which you'll have to do throughout the course. And then there's seminar questions. So in the different seminars, we study and then we answer the questions. And then also you'll get a take-home exam. So that's sort of your assessment. Well, you've got 3 assessments. So you sort of got 4 assessments. You have to teach your Vinyasa flow class, you have to teach a Hatha yoga class, and then you have to teach your own class. And then the final assessment as well. Once you've ticked off all the practicals, then you have to complete the theory exam, which I have Right, let me get that for you. So then you have the 200-hour teacher training exam. So it's a big take-home exam, a lot of questions in it, and that helps us cover off on everything we need to know. So that's some of the main things that we cover. We also go quite a lot into business of yoga. So I teach everyone how to, set up social media, how to use social media to run a business, and then how to price your classes. So when you're teaching, say if you're teaching at a studio, like how to go in there and present yourself as a contractor, how to send an invoice, insurance, legal, everything like that. So we really do cover off on quite a lot of materials, whether you're new to practice or you're new to teaching, you've never taught before, or you want to get into teaching and you've got a strong practice. Basically, this course has you covered. So you will learn how to practice yoga, how to teach yoga safely, and you're teaching yoga to different people. So the way you learn here is you might want to teach sort of beginners yoga at the end of the course, or you might want to sort of teach a more stronger vinyasa flow catered towards like the intermediate and advanced people. So you'll learn the basics of like what to do in certain situations, how to adjust your marketing, your sales, and how to really execute on what you're offering to the community. So it's a great course. We've had a lot of good feedback. I've run quite a lot of them now, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting everyone again, or meeting you if you decide to do it, and just going through the course and getting started. And yeah, so if you haven't already, by the way, watched How Yoga is Regulated, make sure you check that out. I'll put a link down below, and that just explains the certification process. Also, if you would like to learn more just about the course generally, or you have any questions, let me know, send me a message, and I'll get back to you. Also, a lot of the information is through on the website already, so I'll put a link down for that below as well. So yeah, it's a great course. Highly recommend to anyone that sort of wants to dip their toes in the world of teaching yoga, or even if you just want to learn more about what yoga is, then you're welcome to take this course. So a lot of people have been doing this course just because they want to, learn a bit more, or they have a strong practice. You might not necessarily want to teach, but actually a lot of people who've sort of come to this course and not really want to teach, just want to learn more, they end up teaching anyway because they really enjoy it. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching this little video. Life is good.